No. Pascal Siakam has officially been traded to the Pacers. Couple teams on some hot streaks. Couple trades to cook up. A lot to get into on this episode of the BallGame podcast. Sorry about that. I'm Tom, joined by my two co-hosts.
I'm Matt.
I'm Chris.
How we doing today, fellas?
I'm great. Also, Tom, I used to fuck up intros all the time, so don't even. It doesn't.
I mean, no,
it's so
nothing I can do. That's why we go live, because I could, we could pre-record this and I could be an asshole and do the intro 3 times, but
and you wouldn't know.
I want to give it to you guys authentically.
No,
you know,
give it to them where they want it, bro.
I want to give the people what they want. Is that a Jonte Porter first basket? No, okay. We do have the Bulls and Raptors on.
We do.
In the background. If you see us staring off, particularly Chris, because, that's his boys over there.
For an NBA pod.
He'll be locked in.
An NBA pod. Do you hear me? We have an NBA pod.
We have an NBA pod. And it's
keep talking. I'm going
to camera. And it's football playoffs, and we're doing an NBA pod because we are bad at our jobs.
We haven't done basketball. To be fair, we haven't done basketball
in a long time.
What feels like probably like a month or so.
Something like that, yeah.
So it's been no basketball for a very long time. So, we needed to get this one out there for the people in case y'all were looking for basketball. Obviously, we'll get back to football next week. There will be more stuff to talk about.
Plenty to talk about.
Yeah, there's plenty of basketball to talk about as well. And nobody in this game is making a shot at the current moment. So
yeah, but RJ's about to splash this. Anyway, so we're just going to wait for the camera to get settled, and then we'll get into everything here.
Gary Trent, first basket. That was a tough shot.
Whoever took that, congratulations.
That was a tough shot.
All right.
Pick a side meme. Hello. We are live
Hello,
right now.
pick a side meme. We are live right now. What's going on?
Now we're cooking.
Now we are cooking. Speaking of cooking, Spicy P was traded to the Indiana Pacers. I'm going to pat myself on the back for that little transition. That was all right. The official trade was Bruce Brown, Kira Lewis, Jordan Nwora, and 2 second-rounders for Pascal Siakam and a second-rounder. Pascal on the young and up-and-coming Indiana Pacers team. A lot to take away from this trade. I mean, I'll go first because I know you two have more in-depth things to say, so I'll just say on the surface of it. J.J. Redick said on his podcast that Pascal Siakam leads the NBA in points in transition, and Tyrese Halliburton leads the NBA in assists in transition. So, I mean, if there's one thing we know about Spicy P, he likes to get out and run. The Pacers love to get out and run. So offensively, I don't think there was a better fit for Siakam. I know some people want to see him in Dallas, but I think the fit in Indiana offensively is perfect. He couldn't have asked for a better one. So what are you guys thinking?
I mean, I still think it fits on both sides of the ball because, to be fair, the Pacers didn't have much defensively at all.
True. So
any upgrades at this point really, is welcome. Pascal's a good help defender, and I think they'll let him be a roamer in this system with Miles Turner being the backside rim protector, which is the primary role that he should be taking over. I think it's awesome for them. It gives them a secondary shot creator. When time comes that if Tyrese Halliburton gets doubled or anything like that, you have another guy who can now go out and make a play. And the best part about it is you really didn't give up anyone of too much value. Sure, Bruce Brown, who we're about to watch play tonight, he's a valuable role player, but you're not hurting when the best player in the trade for Pascal Siakam is Bruce Brown. So I think it's a huge deal for the Pacers. He helps a ton. Don't think they're title contenders, but I do think they're a scary team to be facing in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference, like the man to my left said. So, Chris, go ahead and take this one away.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much said it perfectly. Pascal, we've seen him be an all-star caliber player for 4-ish years now. We know what he's capable of, and like you said, in theory, he should fit next to Tyrese Halliburton perfectly. Tyrese, like you said, leads the league in transition assists. Pascal Siakam leads the league in transition points. He's a guy who could play in transition, but like you said, Matt, he's a guy who, if you need a bucket and, maybe it's not Tyrese's night, on the rare occasion it's not Tyrese's night, you have a guy who could get a bucket. I mean, he's having a really good year shooting the ball, especially in terms of corner. Can't shoot an above the break three, but he's shooting 45% on corner threes. Going to get a shit ton of open corner threes playing with a guy like Tyrese Halliburton. We talked about it before we started the show. He's not a great defender, but I wouldn't say he's a bad defender either. A lot of defense is effort. I know my guy, Ben Piper, he was doing a Pascal defensive tape he posted on TikTok, and a lot of it was just getting lost off ball. So a lot of times that's an effort thing, but Pascal offers you a lot as a weak side rim protector that this team didn't have. Like I said, as a secondary shot creator that this team didn't have, and a guy who just fits next to Tyrese Halliburton. So I think overall, I mean, they got better.
Yeah,
For sure.
They're a much better team
For
now.
sure. I actually failed to mention, I messed up the trade. The Raptors also got 3 first-round picks, which is the biggest part of the trade for them, which I failed to mention, so I apologize. But yeah, I think if some people do say, the spacing with it, but I think if any team was going to get Pascal, the team that doesn't have to worry about the spacing is the Pacers, because they have Miles Turner who can stretch the floor. And I don't know what his percentages are. I imagine they're not great, but honestly, you just need him to be a threat out there, because you can't just have you don't want teams just leaving him open. Same with Pascal. They're not going to leave him open. I mean, they might not put too much faith in it, but they're definitely not going to leave him open. I did see some people saying this doesn't really move the needle for the Pacers. They go from, I saw someone specifically, like in a TikTok comment or something, say, they go from a first-round exit to a second-round exit. Big whoop. First of all, that is a difference. Like, that's a big difference. It's a big improvement. So we'll finish up on the Pacers side of things. I mean, how much is the needle move for you guys this season and going forward? Because the biggest thing is, all right, you finish this season, Pascal's a free agent. I would think that they gave up so much draft capital for him. I'd think they have a plan in place. They have some sort of inkling that they think they can re-sign him. So what are your guys' thoughts?
I think there's got to be like some sort of under-the-table agreement right now. No guarantee, because of course he probably wants to test the market a little bit, see what he could get.
He's been vocal about that. Yeah,
yeah, but the Pacers have his bird rights. That's what you get in the trade too. So you can sign him and go over the cap with it. And aside from that, because I do think they'll retain Pascal. I mean, their ceiling this season, it's probably a second-round exit, to be fair.
But that's
I don't
fun.
think they can hang with the Bucks or even though they beat the Bucks in the regular season on multiple different occasions.
4 times.
I don't think they can hang with the Bucks in the playoffs. I don't think they can hang with the Celtics in the playoffs. And there are a few other teams that would probably be a nightmare matchup for them. I don't think they'd want to face Philly in the playoffs either. But all in all, even with all of that being said, this is one of the deepest teams in the entire NBA. Like, they go 3 deep in almost every single position on the floor, which is quite ridiculous. And we're not even mentioning the upside that this group has to grow. Benedict Mathurin can still get a lot better. You haven't even really seen, enter the rotation yet. Jarris Walker really entering the rotation yet. The upside of this team is ridiculous. So there's still a whole nother level for this group to reach, and that's the beautiful part. You got rid of none of that.
Yeah, and I mean, they're a small market team. I mean, I feel like as basketball fans, that's what we love to see, small market teams being aggressive. That there's 2 blueprints for small market teams. It's hit your draft picks, or when a guy becomes available, trade for him and pray to the gods that he re-signs with you. Mm-hmm. That's the blueprint. So like I said in my video, they saw their young star ascending into superstardom. He's entering his prime. So let's be aggressive and let's go get him a guy. And like you said, are they title contenders? Probably not, but I don't want to play this team in the first round. They're going to get up and down. Obviously, the defense is a little bit Swiss cheese. Hopefully, Pascal can improve that a little bit, but they're going to get up and down, and they're going to try and just outscore you for 7 games. And I don't know if they're not capable of it. I have to see it. I think Pascal is that good of a player that I'm not saying they're title contenders, but can they beat some of the title contenders in a series? I think it might be entirely possible. I don't know. It depends. Depends how Benedict Mathurin develops the rest of the season. It depends how their defense as a group can potentially develop over the course of the rest of the regular season. But, I mean, they were already on pace to be one of the best offenses of all time. Yep. They shoot the most shots in the NBA, and they shoot the most efficiently, pretty much. They're 3-point percent. They're 9th in 3-point percentage, but they're 1st in 2-point percentage and 2nd in overall field goal percentage. And they make the most field goals in the NBA per game, and they attempt the 2nd most. So Pascal is not going to hurt the offense. The offense is only going to get better. So, I mean, shit, man, they're scary, bro. Pascal, like we've been saying for years while we've all been wanting Pascal to get traded, we've wanted this guy to get traded so much because we want to see what he could do as a number 2 option on a championship level, or at least a playoff level team, a team trying to win games, not a team that has no direction. So he gets that opportunity. I think we're going to see a rejuvenated Pascal because he's been good this year, but I think we all know as fans there's probably another level in there that he could get to when he's really locked in. And I think playing like with a guy like Tyrese Halliburton who's going to share the ball is only going to rejuvenate a guy and only going to help their chances of re-signing him.
Yes. And
Tyrese Halliburton's not the type of guy who's going to push someone out the door. He's only going to welcome them.
Welcoming.
Sure.
I don't know about off the court, like I don't know him personally, but on the court, he's a welcoming player. So I think that's going to
From all accounts, off the court, Tyrese seems like the dopest dude.
He seems like a super friendly dude too.
Yeah,
So,
and let me mention one more thing. They also maintain flexibility to go make another move too. They still have the contracts to do it, especially Buddy Hield. You have the prospects to do it because, look, the Jarris Walker fit's going to be a little complicated now that you have Pascal Siakam. But you have that prospect. You have the contracts. You still have a bunch of other young players that you could potentially ship out and go get another guy if you really want to. So I think this was brilliant for the Pacers. I think it was everything that you could have asked for, and they maintained full flexibility still with this move. So,
yeah. As far as Toronto in the playoffs,
Can I ask something before we get to Toronto? So,
Toronto, I'm in Indiana, but yeah, go ahead.
all right. So before we transition to the Toronto side of things, we're saying, you know, they're not a title contender, but they're right in there. So where would you rank the Indiana Pacers after the Pascal Siakam trade?
in the Eastern Conference.
So I'm going to name the Eastern Conference teams. You tell me if you're taking that team or the Pacers.
Cool.
The Celtics.
Celtics.
Bucks.
Yeah. Bucks.
Bucks.
Sixers.
Sixers.
Yeah, I'll take the Sixers.
Now here's where things could get tricky.
Mm-hmm.
The next team we're going to talk about, the Cavaliers.
Shit, man.
Pacers.
Oof, I don't know.
I picked the Pacers
without their second and third best players.
I also just think it makes it a clear-cut thing for them, though, not having the they're not a better team objectively, but it makes it a more clear-cut thing when you don't have Mobley next to Allen and Garland next to Mitchell.
Yeah, I'll take Indy.
Yeah, I think I'd lean Indy there too, just because of the shooting.
Yes,
right.
I think Indy's, you know, the defense is definitely suspect, but I think Indy's game will be a little bit more translatable to the playoffs. The Cavs struggled in the playoffs last year. So the team that beat the Cavs, the New York Knicks.
I'm taking my boys.
I'm taking my boys. We're balling right now.
I think we match up really well against the Pacers. I'm not just going to say that because I'm a Knicks fan. I think we match up really well against the Pacers. We have a bunch of guys we could throw at Tyrese Halliburton. I'm not saying you're going to stop him because you're not, but there's a bunch of guys that you can throw at him. And then Julius Randle, when he plays against the guy that he thinks is on his level to that extent, he plays the best defense that he plays throughout his entire career. So I think that's a great matchup for us. I think our rebounding against their lack of rebounding will help us a lot. And Jalen Brunson should be able to get whatever he wants if Andrew Nembhard ain't in that game.
I don't think anyone.
Yeah, I think the keys to that would obviously be Randle just because of his previous playoff woes, but also I think getting Mitchell Robinson back.
Yeah.
Where you say the Knicks match up well against them, I think that's where they match, because having a guy like Mitchell Robinson, who's one of the best rim protectors in the league, to stop a guy like Tyrese Halliburton's dribble penetration and getting to the rim and getting layups and stuff like that.
Isaiah's great at it too, though.
Yeah, no, he's a great. Yeah. Different. They do it differently.
They are.
Yeah.
They are very different in that regard. But Hartenstein's been hooping.
Yeah, no.
Hartenstein's been hooping.
That'd be a good series.
Yes.
Who else could I ask in the East?
I think everyone else, they're over.
They're all there's a big conglomerate of teams. I think I'd take the Pacers.
I'd take the Pacers.
I'd take the Magic in that one.
Yeah.
I'd take the Magic.
Falling off a little bit.
Paulo and Franz have been a little bit in and out of the lineup, though.
That's also true.
I think the way Paulo's playing right now,
he's out of his mind.
Yeah, I know Tyrese is like all-star starter level, but you could really make a case that Paolo could be the best player in that season. By that time, by playoff time, after a full...
He's leveling up week after week.
Yeah, I don't think that guy's going to stop getting better anytime soon.
But it also concerns me that I think they just need to they need to trade for a guard.
Yeah.
It needs to happen.
Yeah,
like
no,
ASAP.
their roster's not complete
Suggs
yet either.
is a great secondary guy in terms of the backcourt, but they need a set point guard.
They
I think Cole's awesome, but like,
Yeah, they have so many guards, but just none of them. I don't think any of them
I'm
do
fucking
what
crying.
they need them to do.
what happened?
I texted Nick the stream and just like asked him like how does it look and everything, and he said this whole time we've been trying to hide the window. We need to just embrace the window, but the window's not even really in the
not
shot.
in the shot.
The bottom of it is.
Yeah, like the bottom half of it. Yeah.
I think it does look better with it moved up a little bit.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
It
Well,
definitely
Sleazy, I
looks a
picked
little better.
I picked the Pacers. Well, Sleazy said the Heat. I was thinking the Heat.
Oh, yeah.
I'm taking the Heat.
Yeah.
I'm taking Miami.
I feel like I got to take
Personally.
Miami just because of been there.
I'm
done
taking
that,
Miami
you know?
personally because
Yeah.
of the defense too.
Yeah, I'd take Miami too. I just think they've been there, done that, too experienced.
Yes.
But I
I'm
think
gonna-
for the most part, go ahead.
I'm gonna go back and edit this for the sake of the TikTok. The Miami Heat.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Miami because of their playoff experience.
I'm gonna take Miami because they've been there and done that. Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. The Bulls, the Hawks.
Fuck them.
Yeah. Sorry, Bulls.
I think a lot of those could go either way, though. I think the one thing that is most aggravating about playing the Pacers in the playoffs is they get up and run a lot. So you go 6-7 games, like
You're gonna be gassed.
you're gonna be gassed,
Yes.
and even if you
That's true.
beat them, that's gonna carry over into the next series. So
Yeah.
yeah, they're definitely a team you don't want to see.
That's
in
a
the first
good
round.
point. That's a good point.
Oh, I think it's gonna be some like they're already one of the most fun teams to watch just because of their style of play. Like, I really think this is one of those things that makes me emotional. Honestly, I feel the tears coming to my eyes. Like, it's gonna be beautiful basketball. Honestly,
In playoff basketball,
just
Oh,
think-
it's
yeah.
gonna be pretty. Yeah.
Pascal
basketball,
just
yeah.
I really do think Pascal at his like I said, he's been good this year, but I really believe Pascal. We've seen him hit another level
Dude,
before.
the beginning of last season, he was averaging like 26
Yeah,
for like
I
remember.
a while.
Yeah,
he was
people
all
were,
NBA
people
last
were
year,
talking
wasn't he?
about that man being like a top 15, the top 10
Yeah.
player in the NBA, bro.
So I was looking at my drafts on my TikTok, and like I've been looking at all the old like Chris's Hoops Corner stuff just because I started my shit. I had a thing from like the second week of the season, my top 5 in MVP on my MVP ladder. At number 4, I had Pascal Siakam, and at number 5, I had Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
SGA,
That's
baby.
just how good Pascal was playing
Yeah,
at that. But
yeah.
like the first 2 weeks last year, he was fucking.
Yeah, he
okay.
was unreal.
So yeah, and like I said, I just think Tyrese is gonna like unlock him. Honestly, like I think it might be the best Pascal we've seen.
Yeah, look what he did with shot chucking, ball hog, and Fred VanVleet.
Yeah.
You know,
Why would
No,
you hate
for
him?
real.
I love Fred VanVleet, but
Why are
like,
you hating on
that's who he is. You
He's
know,
a good pass. He passes.
he does.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, we said it like 5 times already, but it's just the way Pascal could get out and run and score in transition with a guy like Tyrese Halliburton who's going to push the tempo alongside Pascal's ability in the mid post to get a bucket, and he's not going to need to do that as much as he was doing in Toronto. So his efficiency in terms of, let's just say, long mid-range shots and in isolation possessions is probably going to skyrocket from where it's at right now, just because they'll need it in a reduced amount. So like,
Not to mention that it's also his efficiency should improve also just based on the fact the 4 is more open. The 4 is way more open with the Pacers.
let me ask you guys this then, and then we can move on to the Raptors side of things. Do you think don't think he's going to be an all-star this year. I think there's a lot of guys for those forward spots in the East. But do you guys think playing with Tyrese Halliburton at about the halfway point of the NBA season, do you think Pascal Siakam could play his way onto an All-NBA team?
I think
so
he's
many great forwards
capable.
I think he could get pretty damn close. If,
Yeah,
if
I think
Julius
he's-
Randle's
yeah.
capable of making All-NBA teams, like Pascal with Tyrese. No, Julius Randle's great, but like
Great, yeah.
Pascal and Julius Randle are the same
They're
tier
similar.
player. Yeah,
They're similar.
yeah.
He's definitely capable. I don't
can
know
it
that he
happen?
will.
Yes.
There's just
Will
so
it
many.
happen? I don't know.
There's just so many good players.
I agree. There's
so many
so
players.
much
Yeah.
talent right now. So much talent right now in the NBA.
Who would he be
so-
fighting for a final forward spot? Probably Randle
Randle?
would be in there.
Randle would be
Paolo
one of
would
them.
probably be in
Paolo.
that mix.
I think those guys.
Oh well,
get
it's
it
not
over
just
him.
the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, yeah, it's
the
all
entire
The
NBA.
entire NBA.
So
which is why I'm saying that.
Bron, KD, Kawhi. If
Paul George.
if AD's a forward, Paul
Anthony
George.
Davis.
Yeah.
Well, it's
so-
front court and back court.
Oh right. So
So
Yeah, he's
that
good.
includes centers.
yeah, right.
which is Jokic, Embiid.
Oh, yeah.
Sabonis.
So he probably
you're
has
finished.
no.
No shot.
Maybe he could sneak into like that final spot on the third, because that's gonna be where like the Julius Randle or the Paolo goes in that final spot.
Let's think about it. We just named 9 guys, a lot more than 9.
There's
we already
probably gonna
said
be like one spot that's up for grabs between
Jokic, Embiid,
that tier of
Kawhi,
player. Lauri Markkanen will probably be in that conversation, my boy.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah, he's
will
cooked.
make it. Yeah,
He's
there's
probably cooked.
He
but,
has the capability to do it, but
like if
I just
he's
don't know.
averaging
It has
like
to take like 26 or
Like-
27,
like-
8, and 5
Yeah,
for the
that's-
remainder of the season on
that's
50
crazy.
and like 35.
like is that out of the realm of
No,
possibilities?
It's not.
definitely not.
Not right. Yeah.
But
that
he
should be
also has to
interesting.
wait about a couple weeks for Tyrese to come back as well. So
Well, I think Tyrese is going to come back soon. He was questionable.
I know
today,
he's.
so he should
Was
be.
he really?
Yeah,
He's that
he got,
close.
He got ruled out. He's not playing tonight, but like he was, like he's been like warming up and
Is
shit.
Pascal?
He should be back by next week.
Pascal's
I don't think
probably not
Pascal's
playing
playing
tonight.
tonight.
I doubt Pascal's playing tonight.
So on to the team that's on TV right now. On to the Raptors side of things. I think, listen, Pascal was going to walk. Like, that's no secret. You got 3 first-round picks for him. You could flip Bruce Brown for some draft compensation, too. I mean, you couldn't really – I don't think you could have done much better, you know, for
made
a guy.
out well, man.
Yeah.
Made out well. And
I
in
think so,
both
too.
trades in totality, I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
You got a good combination of a plethora of draft picks. You got some young guys to put next to Scotty. You have another asset in Bruce Brown, like you said, that you could reroute somewhere else. I mean, you picked a direction finally. It's a shame that it was at the cost of my boy Christian Koloko, like you said before the show.
Shout out Koloko, yeah.
A fucking tragedy, honestly.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it just sucked. What did they give up for Jakob Poeltl last year?
A first.
A first, at
Like
least,
that
yeah.
sucks
This
in
year's
retrospect. Like that was like, what the fuck are you doing?
This year's
But,
first. I'm pretty sure. But it's protected, and they might get it back.
yeah, I
To
mean,
be
we're
fair.
looking right now. They've fucking
God damn, Schroeder.
like that young is still in
That
the
young is
league,
still in the
bro. Like
league,
they
bro.
really got that
RJ.
young out here, bro.
Well,
Craziness, but
Typical RJ.
nah.
Missed a wide
they
open
made out
three.
well.
Yeah, I was going to say 2 completely different trade packages, which I think is a good thing for them
was
because
player
you
heavy,
get
one,
2
yeah.
players that like you think could develop into something, and then you get picks where you, to be fair, this is a light draft. I wouldn't say this is a very good draft. I also don't, I haven't paid too much attention to it, so I don't even know who the projected number 1 pick is.
So
It's like
all
a
over
mess
the
of
place right
guys,
now.
right? Yeah.
What, very similar to what, like the 2013 draft class, where it was Anthony Bennett, Victor Oladipo. You had like a
Jesus
million
Christ.
guys available for that number
yeah,
1 pick.
kind of, yeah.
So
Anthony Bennett, man.
it's a weaker draft class. So I mean, that's why they were so
I couldn't
willing to
believe
give that
fucking
first.
Nerlens Noel fell to 7 in that draft.
You thought he was going to be the
He was
greatest
sick,
defensive
actually.
player of all time.
Nerlens Noel, bro, I fucking saw him at the Barclays Center at Kentucky, and he had the Nike arm sleeve, you know, the one that was, it was multicolored. So it had
Yes.
your team color, and then it had the white underneath. He had 2 of them things. He was wearing a headband. He had the flat top.
No, sorry.
I was just.
There goes Tupac.
Now you gotta stand him back up.
Tupac got
I'm
shot.
saying it's serious.
Tupac-
It's the only thing on the table. You gotta stand him
Tupac
back
got shot
up.
all over
I
again.
want to see him fall, honestly.
But
Continue.
yeah, no, the draft is kind of similar to that, but I think there's bro, these kids coming out today are super talented.
Yeah.
Like there's a bunch of diamond in the roughs, but
Diamond in the rough.
like they could, you know, they can make out well. I mean, shit. Go get fucking Reed Shepherd, bro. Kid from Kentucky, freshman, white guy, bro. His fucking numbers are like, there's that website,
Slip that in there.
No, well, it's Kentucky. They get all these 5-star guys and then like the lowest recruited of their freshmen this year is the best one out of fucking
Yeah.
nowhere. And like you look at his Bartovic stuff, that's like the college, like I guess basketball reference kind of, but like you could all the advanced stats and shit, and you could filter it. So like amongst like freshmen on his like you set certain filters with his efficiency and his plus minus and all that like advanced shit. It's like the Anthony Davis's Zions of the like his efficiency is on. The shooting is probably a little bit unsustainable, but like he's fucking insane.
But yeah, exactly. I think there's a lot of
guys.
avenues for the Raptors right now. They're gonna be fine.
It
And I
helps
think
that
they
you
have-
already have a guy.
Yes, I was about to say
It really
Yeah.
helps that you already
I
have
was
a guy,
about to say
bro.
that.
Like makes everything a little. You have a few guys. You have a few, like you have Quickly. I expect Quickly to be there long term.
You trust that RJ is going to be
You're right.
one of
I
your guys.
expect RJ to be there. So, you have some talent. Gary Trent's still relatively young. He's not old, but
He's a good role player.
yeah,
He's a solid enough
like
role player.
you have some guys. So it should be interesting,
Rug
man.
buzzer beater.
Yeah, so oh my goodness.
Oh,
RJ Barrett.
just what Rug does.
And one. But yeah, no, exactly. So the Raptors are in a good spot. They have mostly all the picks. They're gonna keep their own, I'm assuming, if it if it doesn't convey to the Spurs.
I think it's
was
lottery.
that where Jakob was?
Yeah, I think it's lottery protected. I could be wrong.
I think it might be like top 10 protected-ish or something like that. Yeah, but yeah, regardless, they're gonna have picks, and they also have players. They have building blocks here, so. And they could get even more. So
And you got Masai Ujiri too.
Oh man,
Yeah.
there's so much talent in the NBA, bro.
There
It's only gonna get more talent. It's crazy, bro.
it is. This is the most talented the NBA's ever been.
It's
not
just
even
crazy.
close.
I think we say that
it's
every
just-
year.
I
Yeah.
know it's just gonna keep getting
All
more
of the
ta-
past like 5 or
need
6
to
years.
expand
Ridiculous,
soon,
bro.
bro.
Like if you look at
Yeah.
the top 10 teams in each conference, they're both almost a winning record
They
or
need,
something
they need
like
to
that.
add 2 teams.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
we need
Vegas
to
is coming.
expand
They
soon.
might actually have to do an expansion.
Vegas is coming.
I wouldn't be surprised,
Yeah.
to be honest. There's
Once
gonna be
Bron
2
retires,
expansion
he's gonna push it.
teams. He's gonna own it.
Yeah.
He's gonna own the team.
So that's the biggest trade that's happened all season. And in the spirit of trades, trade deadline coming up in about a month. I cooked up, with the help of Bleacher Report, maybe not. I cooked up some hypothetical trades that I want to run by you guys and see what your thoughts are on these particular trade packages.
Let's get it.
So the first trade I'm going to start with, I have 2 trades for this guy because he's the biggest, I think the biggest name still on the block, DeJounte Murray. So I have the first destination for DeJounte Murray I have is the New York Knicks. The trade package I found was the Knicks give up Fournier, Grimes, a 24 unprotected first, and a 25 second for DeJounte Murray.
Count me in. I mean, if that's what it would take for
I thought
DeJounte,
that was a little low, but from what I've seen, like that's
not gonna
the
go for
going
much.
right. Yeah,
He's
that's
really
the going
not
rate.
gonna go
yeah.
for much. It hurts to give up Grimes. Obviously, I couldn't give less of a shit about Evan Fournier.
Right.
That's salary matching purposes, but like.
Everything in the rumors with Grimes right now is like things are no bueno right now.
Yeah,
though.
he doesn't seem happy there.
No.
They said
because
that Thibs has beef with him because he got hurt in the playoffs last year when they lost to the Heat and missed the last 2 games. So they're saying like Thibs is being
How
harder
dare
on
him.
because
which
of-
just
I don't know how true it is.
Right.
I don't know the extent of any of the rumors, but I feel like we have 3 versions of Quentin Grimes at this point. And Miles McBride seems to be coming on as well.
Oh,
so
man.
if this opens up a
Yeah.
shot for him to step in the rotation like consistently, even though he has been, it adds another shot creator for us. You could probably have DeJounte plus the bench lineups like you used to have RJ plus the bench lineups
Yeah.
to make sure that he's still got a rhythm. I don't mind that personally,
probably.
given that
I'm
it's
here
only
for
one
that.
first. I'm here for that if I'm
And then
as
you
a Knicks
can,
fan.
if you know
For
the
the
Knicks
Hawks,
are,
it's
yeah.
so rough, bro.
Yes.
You have to trade him at his ultimate low.
Yeah, it's so rough, man. They really fumbled, bro.
Yeah.
I just wonder if his shooting is for real. Like 38%
He's
from 3
I
this
saw
year.
I saw something he's been over the past I think 3 seasons. He's been one of the worst like true shooting percentage. He's had one of the worst true shooting percentages.
He takes
in
a lot
the-
of mid-range
He
jumpers.
takes tough shot. He's shooting really good right now, though,
Yeah.
especially on like pull-up jumpers from 2 and from 3. So it's just another shot creator that I guess the Knicks need. Hopefully, maybe a change of scenery rejuvenates his defense a little.
I was
too.
about to say that.
Yeah, he is a.
He just hit
he's
a
an
fucking buzzer
overrated
beater
defender,
against the
but-
Magic too. That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I mean, look, he doesn't need to be the best defender.
No.
He doesn't have to guard the best guy. You have OG for
Not
that.
anymore. Yeah.
So, yeah, 38.3% from 3 is kind of crazy. I hope that's sustainable for any team that is
Yeah.
looking.
He's
to
also
trade for him.
playing with Trae Young.
Yes, but he'd be playing with Jalen Brunson, so he's just as good.
And then if
Well, not in terms of playmaking.
yeah.
No, obviously.
And then if it doesn't work out, like I said, yeah, the Knicks are waiting for that superstar. You take DeJounte, and they still have like 6 firsts that they can trade. I mean,
Still have
that's
everything.
a great trade package.
Yeah.
I think,
Because look,
you know?
worst
And if
case.
Deuce is balling, throw him in. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You got Mitch
Worst case, you
Robinson,
have
yeah.
DeJounte's contract now.
Right.
Mitch Robinson's contract, you could go get your superstar.
Right. Yeah. yeah.
Actually, it works better that way. to
I
be honest.
love this for the Knicks if we can do that.
I agree.
And then the next trade, the next place I have DeJounte going is probably the place he's rumored to be going the most right now, the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, part of that is just because Lakers fans think they're going to trade for Jesus Christ when if he was available. But, you know, the trade I found here, I just found this somewhere on Twitter. DeJounte Murray to the Lakers for D'Angelo Russell, Jalen Hood-Schifino, and a 29 unprotected first. Again, just sucks that you have to.
It doesn't move me, bro.
Yeah.
I like D'Lo. Like, I know contractually, like, that's the guy you trade if you have to make an upgrade. I like DeJounte Murray, too. I think he's a really talented guy. But I just don't think he moves the needle that much for me instead of D'Lo.
Yeah.
D'Lo had a great game the other night. What was it, last night when they beat the Mavs?
Yeah.
Beat the brakes off them? D'Lo was cooking, bro.
The Mavs.
D'Lo was cooking. And all the Lakers, it's like not a coincidence to me that in all the Lakers' signature wins so far this season, and there's not that many of them, but in all of the Lakers' signature wins this season, D'Lo's had really good games. Like, I think he's a really important piece for them and a piece that they could win with. So give up on your guy who you drafted at set. I know Jalen Hood-Schifino fucking sucks, but to give up on him already and another future pick for DeJounte, I don't know if that really. If I'm the Lakers, I'd rather like make some type of move around the edges, and if I'm the Hawks, like hell yeah, I'm doing that over the Knicks package.
What was it again?
I'd rather get JHS.
It was
a future pick.
Oh shit. D'Lo, JHS, and a 29 first.
Yeah, I'd rather
protected. I'm assuming.
Yes. Versus Grimes, a low.
I'd
pick
definitely do that because then you could probably still flip D'Lo.
Yeah, exactly.
For another protected
I'd
first
probably
or something
take
like that.
over
So
if I'm the Hawks and that's on the table, I'm slamming the accept
I
button.
agree.
This season, they're already pretty much out of the playoff picture. So, like, punt the season away. Maybe you get a little bit worse this year. Maybe get a better pick. I don't know if they even have control of their pick this year. Probably not from the DeJounte trade, I want to assume. But I'm not entirely sure. I could look it up real quick.
What did they give up? 3
firsts. Yeah. Three
my
firsts.
goodness.
They're lucky to get
Let me
one.
look real quick.
Nah, they will get
They'll
one.
get one. Yeah.
They
they'll
will get one. They will get one, and they will probably get a young player.
What website shows future picks?
See, I don't know. Maybe Quentin Grimes is a better deal in that case because he fits perfectly next to Trey.
Yeah.
He's a perfect off guard for
Yeah.
Trey Young.
D'Lo's not like the worst.
I'm talking about Quentin Grimes in that case.
Oh, Quentin Grimes to the Hawks would be beautiful.
Yeah.
But
Be what Cam Reddish was supposed
I also
to
want
be.
to throw it out there. The Hawks don't even play AJ Griffin at all. If the Knicks were to trade for DeJounte, and you could somehow get AJ Griffin thrown in the trade, a 20-year-old who shot 38% from three last year, give me that all day.
I saw that in a couple of trades for DeJounte, but I was just like, there's no way they. I was gonna say that. I was like, there's no way they should trade DeJounte.
I don't get it.
AJ.
I don't get it because he played well for them last year.
Yeah.
He was good for them
Yeah, he's
last
a good
year.
player.
And he's not in the rotation whatsoever this year. So if you could somehow also get AJ Griffin, if you're the Knicks, another big wing that could guard and shoot threes, I mean, I would love that.
All right, so the next. Are you looking something up, or am I moving on?
They do have their pick this year.
Okay.
They also have Sacramento's lottery protected first.
So then what first did they give up? I don't even know. Whatever. Go ahead.
All right, so the next trade I have is another Knicks trade, just because they're a team that's been getting thrown around a lot.
We always do.
Pretty much the same package without the first. It's Evan Fournier, Quentin Grimes, and a 24 second via Utah or Cleveland for Malcolm Brogdon. I personally, Fournier, Grimes a second for Brogdon.
God, why Grimes for Brogdon? Why Grimes in this case? Grimes is probably just a done deal no matter what.
I think he's just out. Like that's just.
If you could just give up, look, I don't value a second round pick like crazy, but like if you could just do Grimes and Evan Fournier, why give up a second at that point? Portland doesn't need that. You're getting a young player who's valuable, who fits on any NBA roster right now. I would take Brogdon in this case though if it's Grimes and Evan Fournier.
I would agree. Yeah.
We need another shot creator. We simply do. And I mean,
yeah.
Brogdon can play off the ball. Brogdon can play with the ball off the bench. I think Brogdon
Systemically, he's a great player.
Yes, I think he'd fit perfectly with what we have at the current moment. And it's not like he's a negative defensively. He can at least hold his own. He's been pretty average throughout his career.
It was a 2023 first-round pick via Charlotte from New York, protected, a 2025 first, a 2026 pick swap, and a 2027 first for DeJounte.
4 picks.
Oh, that took me way longer than it should have to find, though. I don't know why.
Control of 4 picks?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
In terms of that, I mean, yeah, if you're getting a healthy Malcolm Brogdon, I think he only helps the Knicks. Like we just said about the last trade, Quentin Grimes is kind of falling out of the rotation a little bit. We said it as soon as the OG trade went down. This team lost 2 of its primary not primary, but two of its most important creators and ball handlers.
Yep.
So they obviously lack that. A guy like Malcolm Brogdon, steady as a rock, going to be efficient, will compete on the defensive end. So if the package is Fournier and Grimes and some type of pick, I feel like
Throw
no
in
matter
second,
what you
yeah.
do it, because those are assets that you seem to not really be using anyway. So you might as well.
Fair.
True.
You just traded for OG, who's going to be a free agent this year. So you're obviously trying to win as much as
Yeah.
you can this year. So
Yeah. With Brogdon, like, does it change too much? I think
It only
it
helps.
definitely helps.
Yeah, it only helps.
all that stuff that we said after the trade about how scary the Knicks could be
With another
if they
ball
go
handler.
and get a Jordan Clarkson or Terry Rozier. We
Love
didn't.
Clarkson.
Obviously,
right now.
Malcolm Brogdon maybe doesn't have as much juice as those guys, but
The injuries scare me a bit too.
that'd be the
Yeah.
only concern. But Malcolm Brogdon helps the Knicks immensely.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Deuce McBride's been cool for them lately, but if you have a real legit NBA player in that spot, then it makes you much better.
See, but here's the thing.
Deuce is
wouldn't
good.
even have to fall out the rotation in that case.
No, you could
kinda
still
pick up
use
a
him
similar,
situationally.
similar to what Grimes has, that type of role.
Right, you just don't need Deuce. You're better off if Deuce McBride is in a key contributor to your
Yes.
team.
Right. Yeah.
But
yeah.
he's been damn solid,
he's been
in
solid.
the
Yeah,
opportunities. So
Yeah, but you just don't want to have
I don't
to rely
want
on
Deuce
that the
McBride
rest
playing
of the season.
heavy minutes for me in the fucking playoffs. That's what I'm saying.
no. He'd be one of the guys that falls out
I'd
the
rather
rotation.
Malcolm Brogdon play those
Right,
minutes.
right.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So the next one here, I like this one. It's the Spurs trade Keldon Johnson and Doug McDermott to the Orlando Magic for Markelle Fultz and Wendell Carter.
Shit,
That's a cool one, right?
that is a cool one. Oh shit.
Fultz and Wendell for
Doug.
Keldon and Doug.
Oh, my
I think that
God.
helps both sides really well.
I assume if something like this was to go down, there would be some type of draft compensation
Right,
involved.
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like we just don't see.
You just don't
NBA
see
trades
yeah, I
without
thought the same
picks,
thing. Yeah.
But
What side would even get the pick? Probably.
I don't know. It's just I feel like we just don't see trades like that in the NBA anymore, where it's just players for players. But if that's the trade, I mean, shit. Keldon's a guy who I have no concerns could play off of Paulo and
Right.
Franz. And Doug McDermott, obviously, you're not going to need much from him other than stand in
Knock
the
down
corner
some
and
threes,
hit some
yeah.
fucking shots. You were winning games without Markelle and Wendell. And I think for the Spurs, shit, Wendell Carter is a cool fucking guy to play as that hybrid 4-5.
Yes,
next
for
to
sure.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was
I
thinking.
know Wendell is maybe not the young prospect he once was. He's getting up there in age. The injuries are concerning, but shit, as a guy to pair next to Victor, there might not be a more perfect match in the NBA. You don't obviously because of Victor's shooting ability, you don't need a guy who could stretch the floor like crazy. But even Wendell, he improves his shooting every year. He's a really good help defender. Him and Victor on the inside defensively is fucking scary. He could pass the rock, and Fultz is just Markelle Fultz.
They need someone that can play
Greg
point
Pop-
guard.
Popovich would fucking love him.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
Greg Popovich would love him. They just need a guy who could pass.
yeah, I don't know how the Spurs feel about moving on from Keldon Johnson, but if they decided, Keldon's not a big part of their future, then shit, why not? I like that trade.
I agree.
I like that trade. I read some things that his name has come up or something, so I figured I'd throw that one in there. All right, and I have one more. The Charlotte Hornets trade Terry Rozier to the Miami Heat for Kyle Lowry, a 27 and a 29, a 27 unprotected, a 29 lottery protected.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
That's a guy that I know we've been saying the Heat need stars, but that moves immense needles for me.
Bro, Terry Rozier,
Immense
if you
needle.
don't know, he has been
Yeah,
hooping.
Terry Rozier's been balling.
So when we say the thing this guy's a bucket, this is the definition of
That's
a guy
who,
being
yeah,
a bucket.
he's one of the guys you think of.
He is
This
a
guy's-
bucket.
yeah.
I honestly
Well,
didn't
Terry
even know he was
Rozier.
averaging 24 points per
It's
game.
just hard to watch the Hornets. The Hornets might be fucking worse than the Pistons. I'm not even gonna they fucking suck.
It's 24, but it's also down the stretch of a game. He can
Yeah,
legitimately
Taking
close out
over,
games.
Yeah.
And
Shooting
that's scary to have in a
38%
6-man, bro.
From 3 on 8 attempts per game.
Yeah, no.
46 from the.
I want him on the Knicks, but he said he wants to go to the Heat.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah, I saw a couple reports say that he wants to go
I
to the
will
Heat.
say I don't know how Heat fans feel about him. The only Heat fan I really follow is Nick. Shout out to Nick, my fucking guy. But I don't know how Heat fans feel about Kyle Lowry. I think it would hurt a little bit
That's
to lose
what I
what
was
Kyle
about to
Lowry
say.
brings to the table. I know he can't score like he once could, but
great game manager. Like
Man, Deadpool, bruh, in the chat, you're saying crazy things. Just fucking threw me off my fucking thought process, asking silly questions. But it might hurt to let Lowry go, but shit, I mean, Terry Rozier in that second unit when things get rough, and especially to help them just close out the season. We know Jimmy Butler likes Sakos and stuff like that, so Terry Rozier's a guy who could not only help in the playoffs, but will help them win some regular season games.
Or would he start?
I don't know.
Yeah, who's starting at point guard if there's no Lowry?
Oof.
It's got to be
Hero?
Terry, right?
Hero?
Yeah, maybe move Hero in. I mean, shit, but the way the Heat are playing right now, you know, Bam's doing Bam things. Like, he, you know, great defensively, great offensive player, too. Tyler Hero's
fucking Hawkes.
Right. Tyler Hero's playing good basketball. Hami Hawkes balling out of his mind. Duncan Robinson. I saw
more than just
I saw
shooting.
some type of metric. I don't know exactly how it was measured, but it was some type of formula to measure the most improved player, and it was Duncan Robinson by like a landslide from last year to this year. So I get it was one of those like all-in-one metrics.
Well, yeah, you look at the stats, and that does justice. 37% last year, 46 from the field this year. 32.8 last year from three, 41.1 on 60% more attempts. And then he's averaging 3.1 assists after averaging 1.1 last year and 13.9 points after 6.4 last year.
Respect that, man.
Like, the Heat already moved me. I said it yesterday with O'Sleazy. Like, I can't believe I fucking did it again and fell for it again, saying they would suck in the offseason. But, like,
Me too.
I said
they're good, bro.
Yeah.
They're good. Hami Hawkes is a fucking good NBA player who's only going to get better with more time. And if they get Terry Rozier, like, they're right up there with it. I mean, like, they've already shown they could beat the fucking big dogs. So if you go into those matchups with the big dogs with a better team now, like, why wouldn't we pick you? So,
I was going to say, like, you get Terry Rozier, and now you have like 5 guys who on any given night can give you 20. Like 5 legitimate guys that could give you 20 on any given night. That's the crazy part. So, yeah, it's wild. I love the Heat this year. I think this is one of the better teams they've had in this run, to be honest. So
for sure. All right, that's all the trades I have. Should be a fun trade deadline, man. I want Rozier on the Knicks. I do, but I don't know. They reportedly want multiple first-round picks for him.
Yeah, and
I think the Heat are more suited to be comfortable with losing those than the Knicks. I think they'd rather go get a guy like Brogdon and not lose a good chunk of their draft capital.
And ideally, you also want a guy that can probably play alongside Brunson,
right?
If you need to. So Terry Rozier's a little tough in that regard.
So give me Brogdon, give me Clarkson. I don't know if they're going to trade him though because they're actually winning games. But
the Jazz are awesome.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about a team here that we talked about last week, but none of you guys got to fucking see it because we just had a bunch of technical issues. Los Angeles Clippers, man, balling on a different level. Clippers are 18-4 over their last 22 games. Kawhi Leonard reminds us that he can be the best player in the world on any given night. Paul George has been a monster. James Harden's been great. I mean, it's just been all things have been great for the Clippers. I think they're definitely title contenders. They might. I don't know that they're the favorites right now, but they're top 3, somewhere around there. I mean, I think that's safe to say, man. Los Angeles Clippers have been absolutely balling. We say it a lot, you know, if the Clippers can just stay healthy, But now, Kawhi's played most games this season. I think they've all played most games this season. They look healthy, and they look better than they've looked in their maybe the best they've looked in their tenure.
By far. It's not even close in my personal opinion.
You get those guys a legitimate point guard, a legitimate playmaker, opens up doors for you. So the Clippers are title contenders. I assume we're all on the same page there.
There's not a shadow of a doubt about it anymore.
So, I mean, what are your reactions to the Clippers, man?
They're the best offensive team in the NBA, and the beauty of it is it isn't just isolation ball, your turn, my turn, that I originally expected it to be. So a lot of the stuff that I'm probably going to say today is stuff that I'm going to regurgitate from last week pretty much that I already said. They're unbelievable. This offense is unbelievable. It's the best in the NBA. Their defense I expect to be better come playoff time. It's around middle of the pack in the league at the current moment. I expect Kawhi and Paul George to step it up to a different level when the time comes when they need to. As long as those boys stay healthy, this team may very well be the most complete and best team in the Western Conference. I can't say in the league because the Boston Celtics are just on another level in terms
Gotta
of
respect them, yeah.
the how complete their team is. But this is an unbelievable squad with guys playing at a completely different level. Kawhi just does this. Kawhi does this. You're probably gonna say the same thing. He just goes into these modes where it's just you can't guard him. There's nothing you can do about it. He's going to get to whatever spot he wants to get to. He's going to make every mid-range jumper that he can ever take in his entire life. And this is the most efficient version of Kawhi we've seen, and that's a big reason for that is James Harden. This is the most efficient Paul George we've seen over the last 10 to 15 games. And another big reason for that is James Harden. I mean, look at what Paul George just did last night or 2 nights ago to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Literally took over the game, unlike we've seen in a little while from him. So these boys are motivated. They know what the goal is, and they're going for it. They're going all out for it. And their egos are put to the side, which I love to see as well.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, these guys are balling right now. Since December 1st, they're 18-4, the best team in the NBA. You have Kawhi averaging 26, Paul George averaging 25. Harden's giving you 18 and 10. They're all shooting above 40% from 3. Kawhi over that stretch, 57 from the field, 49 from 3. I mean,
that's unreal.
It's just absurd. And I mean, you have 2 guys in Kawhi and Paul George Kawhi and James Harden. Paul George is in there too. You have 3 words, English. You have 3 guys who are amongst the best isolation scorers in the NBA. I have it in front of me right now. Amongst guys who have 3 or more isolation possessions in a game, Kawhi is number 1 in points per possession at a 1.21, and James Harden is tied with Joel Embiid for 3rd in that category with 1.14 points per possession. They're moving the ball. I mean, that game against the Thunder last night, again, shout out to Ty Lue because he did it with LeBron and Kyrie. Now we're seeing it here with his entire tenure with the Clippers, just managing personalities and star-level players and getting dudes to buy in. I mean, they know, when it's Paul George's night, like it was the other night against the Thunder, get that motherfucker the ball. When it's Kawhi's night, get that motherfucker the ball. When Russ is having one of those nights off the bench, like, let him cook. When James Harden is cooking, let him cook. They kind of just have that understanding, and I mean, it's been some beautiful basketball. I mean, over that stretch since December 1st, they're number 1 in field goal percentage. They are number 1 in three-point percentage. They're just playing some efficient basketball right now. And, I mean, even Zubac said it the other day on Paul George's podcast. I mean, James Harden's there staying after practice or before practice with all the big men, working on all the pick-and-roll stuff. Like, he's bought in. I mean, I know there's a lot of negative connotation around James Harden's name, but it seems like since he got to the Clippers, he's been completely locked in, and he's done pretty much everything they've asked of him, and that's paying dividends. And at full strength, I don't know if I'm taking another team in the Western Conference over these guys. I'm going to be honest. The way they're playing right now, I really don't think any Western Conference. Obviously, there's some great teams out there that could give them a fight, but I don't know if I'm taking anyone over them right now.
Can't take away from the Nuggets until someone beats them. Like that team is just, there's no answer in the league for Jokic. Yeah. There's just nothing you can do. And you could say the same thing for these 3 guys, but there isn't anything in the league that can stop Jokic.
With no Bruce Brown in Denver, it's going to be tough to
but Christian Brown, Peyton Watson, KCP ain't the worst.
I wish Christian Brown some fucking good luck with Kawhi and Paul George.
True.
Have a good time.
Yeah, but I don't hate the Nuggets' current options. Aaron Gordon, another guy. I don't hate the Nuggets' current options.
I think the Clippers just have too much. The same way Jokic is just too much for anyone down low, the Clippers' perimeter game is going to be too much for any team.
Yeah.
Sleazy said any team with James Harden I can't trust. DJ also made a good point. They have a guy like Norman Powell who can provide a crazy spot off the bench.
Didn't mention Norman Powell. You have Terrence Mann who's playing great basketball for them.
Just got Plum Dog Millionaire back.
Yes, exactly. Daniel Tice was awesome for them as well. I mean, everything they're doing is working right now.
Yep.
Zubac is having a career year, averaging a double-double pretty much on the highest efficiency of his career, which is ridiculous. Like, there's nothing on this team that says that they're frauds anymore, to be honest.
For sure.
Yeah, James Harden's having arguably the most truly efficient season of his career.
Yes.
the volume's down, the usage is a
Right.
little bit down, but he's scoring efficiently when they need him to. He's playmaking all over the place. In my opinion, he's probably still the best pick and roll playmaker in the league. I mean, Luka, Trey, and LeBron are all up there, but I don't know if anyone does it better than James Harden in the pick and roll. So, yeah, I mean, the Clippers are probably my pick to win the title as of right now, where we stand on Thursday, January 18th.
Yep.
Let me ask you guys, same thing we did with the Pacers. Where would you rank the Los Angeles Clippers in the Western Conference? All right. So are you taking the Clippers or this team? The Denver Nuggets.
Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Chicken Nuggets.
Until proven otherwise, they're the champs.
Okay. The Minnesota Timberwolves, number 1 in the West.
The Los Angeles Clippers.
Yeah, give me the Clippers.
The Oklahoma City Thunder.
The Clippers have the playoff experience. I have to take them.
Yep, give me the Clippers.
The Phoenix Suns.
Man, when do they stay healthy? What do they look like when they're healthy together? At least I know what this Clippers trio looks like when they're healthy together, so I take the Clippers.
The Los Angeles Lakers.
I'll take the
sorry.
Clippers.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
The Los Angeles Lakers.
I'm taking the Clippers over the Lakers.
Lakers
Even
Lakers are just too inconsistent right now.
Lakers
I'll
are my
take the
title
Clippers.
pick too to make it to the finals, man. I got to still take the Clips.
Lastly, I would just throw out there the Pelicans, the
Nope.
Kings,
Nope.
Fuck 'em.
the Mavs.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, that's about it. All the important teams.
Mavs are bowling.
Don't say the Warriors, Chris. You better not.
You know,
DJ in the chat.
It's not even a question.
no, the Warriors aren't in this conversation.
No, they're a little out of it now, buddy.
All right.
Oh, man.
So that's the Clippers. Last team we're going to talk about here, Eastern Conference team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, have been really good, man. They've won 11 of their last 14. Darius Garland and Evan Mobley have not played for. Garland's been out almost exactly a month. Mobley's been out a little over a month. Donovan Mitchell's balling right now. I mean, he's doing like regular Donovan Mitchell things too, which is kind of the craziest part. You know, it's not like he's averaging 34 over. You know what I mean? Getting a lot of help from their role players. George Niang had a big game last night. What are our quick reactions to the Cavs?
So they're doing this without Darius Garland and Evan Mobley, which is just crazy, given that it's, you could argue, well, clear cut your second best player, and then you could argue your third or fourth best player.
Not with the Fro Show would think doing things
Exactly,
he's doing,
which is
man.
what I was about to say. As I said before, having these two guys out clearly defines roles, right? And the two anomalies that the Cavs go for is the double smalls in the backcourt and the double bigs in the front court, which just makes things a little complex, and it's why the Knicks pretty much ended up dominating them in the first round of the playoffs. They just have two anomalies going for them, and now you clear the deck. You don't have Mobley in this case, and you don't have Darius Garland, and now Donovan Mitchell's your pseudo point guard, and Jared Allen's the lone big. I didn't even see.
Bro,
what
Scotty
ended up
Barnes
happening.
just swatted the shit out of Kobe White's shot. Oh no, when it was goaltending.
Goaltend.
That looked so cool.
So you clearly define what these guys are, and it's a more open
Bro,
for
he
yeah. That was
smacked the
kind of
shit out
wild,
of that ball.
but yeah, like it's clear cut now. You don't have Evan Mobley getting in the way of Jared Allen. You don't have I don't want to say Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell get in each other's ways, but now you have Donovan Mitchell as the sole ball handler pretty much, and I think it just it clarifies roles. I think they'll be fine when these guys come back still, but it's good to see them getting right. This was a team that was fantastic last year in the regular season, and I mean, I guess they're starting to pick up where they left off.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, since Darius Garland last played, the Cavaliers are 11-3. They're the best team in basketball. They have the number 1 defensive rating in the NBA over that stretch. They're number 3 in net rating. Something that I'm very surprised with. Since Darius Garland last played, so their point guard's out. They're number 5 in assist percentage. They're 3 in assist to turnover ratio. So they're sharing the ball. Like you said, Donovan Mitchell was playing out of his mind over the stretch. He's averaging 29, shooting 48 from the field, 37.5 from 3. Jared Allen's been incredible in the paint, averaging 18. He's averaging 13 rebounds, and 4 assists. And I mean, shit, man. they're even rebounding the ball. They're number 1 in rebound percentage
I was
over that
about to
stretch
say
too.
that.
So without Mobley, they're still rebounding the shit out of the ball too. I mean,
which is crazy.
yeah, they're just playing some good basketball right now. Max Strus, the numbers don't look great, but it just seems like when he's out there, like good things just tend to happen. They're getting some good minutes out of Karis LeVert.
Yep.
George Niang, Sam Merrill are coming along. Like, they're just getting some good minutes out of these guys. I mean, they just annihilated the Bucks on national TV
Smoked them,
yesterday.
yeah.
They embarrassed them. That was really bad. But if you chop it down to just Jared Allen's last 10, he's averaging 19 and 15 with 4.5 assists and over a steal and a block per game. That's ridiculous numbers. And then Donovan Mitchell, you mentioned him before. You spoke about the turnovers. I mean, 2.7 a game with a ridiculous usage percentage ain't too bad.
Not bad at all.
So this is the Cavs formula right now, and it's working. And then Donovan's averaging more than 2 steals per game over his last 10 as well. So the defense has been phenomenal. Over their last 10 games as well, it's the best defense in the NBA by 2 whole points in terms of defensive rating. So this squad's hitting their stride right now. Donovan Mitchell, Jared Allen, the 2 biggest keys as to what they're doing. So good to see the Cavs having success. I have no hate towards these guys because we beat them.
Yeah.
So
care less.
I couldn't care less. But yeah, it's good to see the Cavs. It's good to see the Cavs hooping.
Yep.
So let me ask this. Who do you think hurts the Cavs more when they return, Darius Garland or Evan Mobley?
Evan Mobley.
I think it's easily Mobley.
I hate to put it like that, but it is Evan Mobley because it crams the floor more. It just makes things a little more complex. Garland, you could figure it out. He could shoot off.
Jared Allen kind of just gets phased out of the offense, and we see what happens when that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it in Utah. Winning formula around Donovan Mitchell is to put him with a dominant force in the middle and surround the 2 of them with shooting. So, yeah, I mean, I've thought, for the longest that Jared Allen and Evan Mobley playing together was never the long-term answer. So hopefully this just opens their eyes a little bit more.
I do want to ask, how much growth do you think Mobley takes on the offensive side of the ball?
Growth?
Long term.
I didn't think his growth was ever going to happen on this team. You have 2 elite scorers at the guard position. You have a guy like Jared Allen, who he's not a scorer, but he just has some gravity in terms of the pick and roll and the space he takes up. It was just never in the cards for Evan Mobley. I know a lot of people expected him to take a huge jump last year in his sophomore year, but I always stood firm on the fact that I just never thought, once they got Donovan Mitchell, I just thought, that big offensive jump that was causing him to get Kevin Garnett comparisons and shit like that, I just thought it wasn't going to happen with this group. So
yeah, I agree.
I don't know. Like, I don't think they're going to look into trading him right now, but at some point you're going to have to make some tough decisions in Cleveland. Obviously, they're winning right now, so they don't really have to think about it right this second, but at some point you're going to have to make some decisions. Jared Allen and Evan Mobley just isn't the answer. It's as simple as that.
You get another first-round exit over there. You gotta make some real tough decisions.
I think they should be having conversations right now, to be honest. I think it starts now.
Right now they're hot, so they're probably just going to ride this.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You're hot without the 2 of them.
Right.
That's why I think the conversations, they're in the mind a little bit. I mean, 6 in a row right now, so 8 of your last 10 and 11 of your last 14. So I think the conversations are starting now, to be honest.
Yeah,
if things don't get better when they're back, conversations are going to be super loud.
Absolutely,
I'll tell you that much.
yeah. All right, so I think that's everything we have.
I do have one
TikToks,
thing.
yeah. Oh, no,
Yeah.
you have a thing.
I gotta choose a team. I gotta figure it out. Can't make it too obvious. All right. Let's see.
Bob said ride it. I don't know who Bob is or what we're riding, but that's just the comment I saw. So
Who is Bob?
I don't know.
That's a great
I
question.
don't know, but he said ride it.
Do y'all think the Lakers should make marginal moves rather than a DeJounte Murray move? I would love DeJounte, but for the right price.
We
We did a whole trade segment.
Chris said exactly
earlier.
that.
Yeah, we did a whole trade segment earlier in the show. We talked about the Pascal trade when we first started the show, but then we went into some of the trade targets around the league and some hypothetical trades. So just rewind. Well, stay with us now while we're live, but we're going to finish up real quick and then go back and check that out for sure.
Yep.
Some of these, the 2 teams that I wanted to pick just don't have set starting 5, so I can't even do that.
I mean, you could just take
Yeah.
your interpretation of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at their like most recent starting five.
And then we go from there.
when they're healthy. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is the most recent starting five for a certain team. Kind of gives it away, but it's okay. All right. So their point guard is averaging 5 points per game. Their shooting
Wait.
guard.
Hold on, let me write this down. Hold on.
Points per game.
5, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Their shooting guard is averaging 16.9 points per game.
Okay.
Their small forward is averaging 8.8 points per game. Their power forward 24, and their center 13.8.
Is it the Wizards?
No, it is not.
Fucking point guard is averaging 5 a game.
Are like injuries accounted in this, or this is like their starting
This,
lineup?
this
if
was
they're
their
healthy?
starting lineup at the current moment.
So
Over the
like
last few games.
there might be some like a good player who's hurt.
Maybe not hurt, but not starting necessarily.
Good lord.
Oh yeah, you lost me now. Cause like this is too little points to be an actual NBA starting lineup. So like it's a team missing someone.
I'll put it like this: they're not missing someone. He just comes off the bench. That should give it away.
They're-
Nah, you lost me.
This is why I didn't want to pick this team. Come on, guys, you could do this. Okay.
Forward averaging.
Their best player comes off the bench is what you gave us.
They're not their best,
They're-
but one of their best players comes off the bench. Yes.
Well, their 4 average is 24.
That's why I thought the Wizards. I thought I was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
get Kuzma. It's not the Spurs,
No.
That's what I was thinking.
We're
yeah.
getting there.
not the Blazers.
No, but we're getting there.
Is it the Jazz?
It is indeed the Utah Jazz.
Oh.
It is indeed the Utah Jazz.
Who's technically their starting point guard? Chris Dunn?
Chris Dunn
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
over the last few games, yes.
All right. Yeah.
Which is why I picked them. I had no idea if you guys were
Yeah.
going to
Yeah,
presume
gotcha.
that one or not. And obviously one of the best players on the team being Jordan Clarkson. So, and he just, he's relegated to the 6-man role for the rest of his career.
I don't know who Bob is or if he was even referencing what we just did, but his comments were 1965 Celtics and 1981 Bucks, and I think that's pretty funny.
This guy Bob's awesome.
Oh, Sleazy goes, current teams, Bob, current teams.
the Magic. No.
Are you
DJ
doing
said the
another one
Jazz.
of those, or that?
He's a
would
great-
You want me to
just
do
one?
another? I could do another. Yeah, I'll do another one. Let's see. Let's get this. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Okay. So this team's starting point guard averages 24.9 points per game. Shooting guard averages 24.
It's the Hawks.
No.
Shit.
Small forward averages 7.3. Power forward averages 20.4. And center averages 8.7.
Damn, these guys are putting in work. Like, this looks like an actual NBA starting
It does.
lineup.
It does. You guys could do this one. I know you can. Because it's a legitimate starting 5. Give or take. But I will say, I'll give you
I
a
got
hint.
distracted, my bad. 25.
It's not one of the better teams in the NBA. Not one of the better teams in the NBA. Come on. Let's see. Justin's asking for me to repeat. I'll repeat. Point guard 24.9, shooting guard 24, small forward 7.3, power forward 20.4, and center 8.7. I doubt you guys get this, to be honest. Because
Is it the Blazers?
no.
No.
I was thinking like Simon
Simon
Sharp. and
Sharp,
Grant.
yeah.
That's too
I'll
much
put
for
it.
Sharp.
I'll put it like this.
Yeah.
The typical small forward hasn't been in the lineup the last couple games.
Fuck am I supposed
I need to look at the list of teams.
to? I could do that.
yes, you can.
I
was
just
gonna-
feel like I'd be forgetting teams.
Yeah.
I look at teams when I do this stuff sometimes too.
Oh shit.
I feel like when you see it, you're gonna know it. When you see the team, you're gonna know. And one
No.
player just returned.
One player just returned.
The Grizzlies?
No,
Oh man, I have no idea.
Chris, you're in the right conference.
All right, thanks.
Oh,
That
in
helps.
the wrong conference.
He's in the East.
Yeah. Put that together. Is it the Nets?
No,
Just spitting out teams.
at this point, just start guessing.
Yeah.
Any of them.
I'm gonna get it right at some point, right?
Is it the Bulls?
Nope.
No. Why would it be the Bulls?
Is anyone in the chat getting it right now? I'm wondering.
It's not the Knicks. It's not the Sixers. It's not the Bucks.
Someone in the chat got it right. That's all I'll say.
I'm not looking at the chat.
Yeah, I'm not
okay.
looking at the chat.
Cool. Someone in the chat got it right.
It's not the.
Bro.
No, it's not the Pistons. That's too much for Jaden Ivey.
Is it the Raptors? No, it's not
No,
the
it's
Raptors.
not the
Nope.
Raptors.
25, bro.
You
What the
guys are
fuck?
throwing out every team except for
Every
the one.
team-
Is it the
except this
Cavs?
Nope.
No.
No.
What the hell, man? I'm so fucking
One
lost.
player, their starting small forward has not been in the lineup recently. They just got a player back.
The Heat?
Nope. Just
Bruh.
got a player back. Just got a player back.
I don't know. Who
got a
just
player
got a
back.
player back?
I mean, we've named 3/4 of the teams in the conference.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not the.
You said it's not one of the better teams.
No, it's definitely not their ass.
Is it? It's the Hornets.
It is
bruh?
indeed the Hornets.
Who the fuck's averaging
LaMelo
20
Ball.
points for them at power forward?
Miles Bridges.
Golly, bro.
Oh, Bob got it, bro.
LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier,
Oh my god.
Caleb Martin. Or is that Cody? It's one of the two. Whatever.
Oh, good guy. Good job in the chat, guys.
PJ
You guys
Washington
cooked.
and Nick Richards is their current starting.
Oh,
Bob,
get
Bob
the
said
fuck-
hat guy is cheating.
What? I wasn't cheating, bro. It still took fucking 5 minutes to get it. All right.
I
have
didn't
two
know
things.
Melo came back.
Go for it.
Two things before we wrap up. All right.
Sleazy texted us. It's the Hornets, you dumb fucks.
Sleazy
Fuck
didn't
you
even
up,
get it. It took
Sleazy.
Sleazy
Yeah, really,
7
fuck
years.
You, Sleazy. You said the Warriors like 7 times.
All right.
Kid Sleazy gets the Western Conference team after I said East.
You said the horny Nets. That's awesome.
Go for
All
it.
right. Which NBA player would you rather have based on their stats? All right. Player A is averaging 22.9 points, 7 rebounds, 4.9 assists, and he's shooting 45% from the field, 35.2% from 3, and god damn, 69.9% from the line.
Nice.
Player B is averaging 24.3 points per game, 9.1 rebounds, 4.8 assists, and he is shooting 47. He's shooting 47.1% from the field, 29.4% from 3, and 77.7% from the line.
Let me see these numbers.
I think I know exactly who player B is. It's Julius Randle, I think.
Maybe.
But-
Is it Pascal and Julius Randle?
It is definitely Pascal and Julius Randle. I'm taking player B,
I'm also taking player
but
B.
he has the better stats in general.
Player A was Paolo Banchero, and player B was Julius Randle.
Nice.
Let's
All right.
go, Jewel.
Let's go Knicks.
All right, so now I have something that I'm super excited for. I hope you guys I hope I didn't make this too hard.
Oh boy.
So we're gonna do a guess the NBA player based on the hints I give you.
Oh, God.
So I'm gonna give you one hint, and then you just give me a guess for every hint. Obviously, the first hint is just going to be like, after the first hint, it's going to be like a shot in the dark. You know what I mean? Because it's only one hint.
Right.
But I have 2 players for each of you, so I'm going to do it in 2 separate TikToks. But
Okay.
whichever one of you does it in less hints is
Wins.
the winner.
Okay. Wins.
If you guys just make it to the end and get it at the end, then there's no winner.
Rock, paper, scissors.
All right.
Who goes first?
You could take it, buddy.
All right.
You didn't want to go first, did you?
No, I wanted the pressure to be on me, but it's okay.
I'll
first.
go first then.
No, I'll go first. Already fucking decided.
All right, let me do a TikTok intro. Guess the NBA player in the least amount of hints.
I wonder if Chris tailored these towards like
Who's
us.
going? Yeah, I did. Who's going
figured.
first?
I'm going first.
All right.
He
The
gave me-
first hint is this guy's a 1-time All-Star and a 1-time NBA champion.
I was gonna say he gave me like LeBron or something. No, 1-time All-Star, 1-time NBA champion. Jamal Murray never made the All-Star game, right? Did
I'll tell you now too.
gonna be hard.
It could be a current or a former player.
Oh,
Not
fuck me,
disclosed.
bro.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ. Okay. God damn.
Well, that's a hint in and of itself, but
1-time All-Star, 1-time champ. Oh, I have no fucking idea, bro.
You gotta at least just
Jeff
throw-
Teague. Is it actually Jeff Teague?
It was Jeff.
What
Teague,
the
bro.
fuck?
What the hell?
Yo, I'm so
What the
fucking
What the
nice.
fuck? All right, well, Matty J, you gotta get it in one guess or less.
Yo,
I don't know what to
fucking
do.
like that, bro.
What the fuck?
What the?
I had so many more questions.
What were the rest of the hints? I'm curious.
I fucking like that, bro.
Well, let's just. All right. Well, Tom's gonna win, but we could do your player, Matty J. All right. The first hint is this guy's a 1-time NBA champ.
What the f- At least you got an
I didn't even get the
All-Star.
All-Star thing.
God. What the fuck? You at least got an
Here,
NBA All-Star.
I'll tell you this too. He was never an All-Star.
That doesn't narrow it down.
I'm
Oh,
getting mad love in the chat right
Jesus. Oh, my God. 1-time NBA champ. I don't know. At this point, the fuck do I care? It's Michael Porter Jr.
It's not Michael Porter Jr. Sadly. So Tom takes the win, but we could
now.
finish this shit out.
Oh,
All right. He was a 2nd-round pick in 1997.
DJ, Jeff Teague is all over my For You page. That shit was too easy.
Oh, no. 2nd-round pick in 1997.
Oh, you're fucked.
I have no shot. I have
Yeah,
no
you
shot.
got
Honestly,
this was a bad hint.
Can you if you name one player in the
I couldn't tell you.
1977
I couldn't
draft,
tell.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah, you gotta just throw a name
And I
out there
still
and take
wouldn't
the
be
L.
able
That
to
was
give you a
bad
single
hint.
player.
What was it? This guy Jeff Teague was more current than, but like it sucks at the. But I,
I was
I'm
set
not
up
gonna
to
lie, I
fail.
purposely made yours harder, Matty J.
I
but-
was set up to fail. Oh shit. I don't know who was in the 1997 draft.
you just throw one out there.
Oh Jesus.
Just throw a
Oh, I
name.
thought you said 1977. I was like, Jesus Christ.
All right.
You
I'm
guys
gonna-
in the chat asking how I give Jeff Teague and then go all the way back to 1997. You'll understand at the end. That's all I'll say. That was a hint in and of itself.
You'll understand at the end. Kenyon Martin.
Not
He was like
Kenyon
the
Martin.
fucking second
Like
pick
01
or some
or
shit.
02.
All right.
I don't know.
The next hint is this guy. You know what? I'll give you one of the easier hints now. Just to make it more beneficial. I'll actually even change this hint. Actually, no, I won't. No, I won't. This guy is most known in my eyes as a warrior, but he may be most known to someone else for another team.
97 NBA draft.
One-time champ.
Second time.
Never made the All-Star.
Never made the All-Star game.
One
And
time.
I'll tell you even this much too. The championship wasn't with the Warriors, even
Okay.
though he is probably most known.
But you
for the
look at
Warriors.
him as a warrior. Second
Yes.
round pick. I don't even know. This is a shot in the dark.
And-
Antoine Jameson.
Not Antoine Jameson. All right.
Fuck, bro.
They're getting it in the chat, so don't look at
Oh,
the chat.
fuck. I didn't.
Don't look at the chat.
I'm not getting
He
this.
played in the NBA for 14 years, and he played on 8 different teams.
I have no shot.
No, you know this guy.
I'm sure I know him.
100% know this guy.
I'm sure I know him, but I don't know who it is. Oh, jeez. NBA champ, 97 NBA draft, second round pick, mostly known as a Warrior. Played on 8 different teams. Oh, my God.
Yo, Bob is throwing out crazy names. Ed Gray, Paul Grant, Kelvin Who the fuck are those people?
Oh, this is terrible. Bro, I don't know. Mostly known as a Warrior, played on 8 different teams. 14 seasons in the NBA. Wait a second. Baron Davis. He was like
Baron
the first
Davis.
overall pick too. So
But you're so
You're
close.
so close.
All right, the final hint. This one should give it away. He hosts a podcast.
Everyone hosts a podcast.
It's not Shannon Sharp.
Thank you. Thank you for the extra hint.
You're welcome.
The extra hint.
Come on, bro.
It's a freebie.
If you don't know it, it's
You're
getting
casual.
embarrassing. Yeah.
Hosts a podcast.
Most known for the Warriors. Played on a lot of teams.
Oh my fucking God. It's Steven Jackson.
It's Steven
I
Jackson.
was so hoping you were going to say Matt
And
Barnes.
that's why I went all the way back to 1997. It was just the theme was podcasters, and those were the first 2 that came to my mind.
Got it.
Nah, I cooked, man.
Yeah, that was crazy that you got Jeff Teague off one-time champ.
That was
one-time
so easy.
All-Star. Like, I didn't even say the podcast part. Like,
Nope.
that's fucking nuts. That's actually gonna go down in ball game history. Probably, we're probably
was
gonna
pretty
remember that
fucking cool.
forever. That was pretty fucking insane.
Yeah, they were saying it in the chat. Wow.
Yeah, they got it
I
pretty
said
early
it,
on.
DJ. I know. I said Baron Davis, and then I literally said he was like the first overall pick.
Oh, Sweezy said I should have used weed as a hint. That would have been a good
Would
one.
have been a good one.
If you guys want, Sweezy even texted us separately, and they were asking for it in the chat if you want to do another guess the team by their starting lineup points per game. Yo, why don't
Oh,
you
he does want to do it.
Why don't you do a historic one? Pick a historic team. Give us a time frame.
Oof.
Give us a decade.
You give me like the
so we know.
70s, I'm going to slap the shit
Yeah,
out of you
no,
right
not
now.
the
My
70s,
God.
but
Don't
like
be corny.
Wow. Okay. This is gonna be bad.
Yo, if you guys have any other like fun little TikTok segments in there that you guys want us to do right now, you guys could drop them in. I don't think we have anywhere to go.
No, we're
we can-
totally
yeah,
down to
we
steal
can hang
content
out.
ideas from you
Yeah,
guys.
I
Yeah.
can hang.
Yeah, you guys are active in the chat, so we could stay and hang out for a little bit. Honestly, I'm honestly gonna go use the bathroom real quick.
Yeah,
Though,
do your
while
thing.
you-
I got
You
mine when
can
you guys are
talk
ready.
to
So.
them while I use the sink. Oh, I love when the chat's popping like that.
Yeah, me too.
I suppose I'll keep everyone entertained. Bob said he's going to say 50s. He says 50s, I'm walking off the set.
I'm not. I can promise you I'm not gonna do the 50.
No, he's not going to agree, so it's like that.
I promise you I'm not gonna do the 50. I just wish I knew who was starting
Oh,
most
that's
of these
copyrighted.
games, to be honest, because like that's the real issue right now. Let's see.
Trunks wants us to rank players based on attractiveness.
I'm down.
I'm always down to give props. You know
I'm
what I mean?
definitely down.
Game recognized game. That's all I'm saying. I should work on my
Bro, this
commentary
is so-
skills. I should
so
announce.
bad.
I should play-by-play call this Raptors
Blind
Bulls
rank
game.
these players based on their.
This game sucks. Chris is going to piss in a sink
I was
right
about
now
to
in
say
case.
some crazy shit.
Yeah, no. Don't. I think I know where you were going with that. No,
You
I don't.
actually
no,
know
I
where I
don't.
was
No, I
going with
don't.
that.
No, I don't. Definitely not.
don't.
My mind's in the gutter. Don't worry.
You definitely don't know where I was going with that. I wonder if anyone in the chat knows where I was going with that. You guys let me know if you knew where I was going with that. Blind rank these players based on their. What's my next 2 words?
Bang.
What's my next 2
Bang.
words? Oh yeah. Yep.
Is that actually it?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It is.
We spent too much time together.
It
It's
is.
crazy.
Yep. That's a
Trunks
little bit of
knows.
a
I think
problem.
Trunks does know.
Trunks
Trunks can
definitely
figure it out. Yeah.
Trunks definitely knows. There's no way he doesn't.
Jason Tatum wins most attractive NBA player.
He
Yeah,
said
not
I've been
biased at
behind
all.
the scenes.
You've been on the scenes actually.
Yeah, you have been.
You've
the
not only
scenes.
been behind.
You've literally been the scenes.
Trunks.
Oh, fuck that guy.
All right. I'm gonna go by their most frequently used.
Trunks, you could text it to
starting
me if you
five.
want.
Trunks, say it in the chat.
I mean, yeah,
why
fuck
the
it. Say it in the
not,
chat.
bro?
Let it rip.
Fuck
Who cares?
It's not like the chat sticks around, unless I don't think it does. All right, so here we go.
Let it rip, Trump.
Yeah, here we go.
Fuck that guy. Loser.
Okay. So, the starting point guard averaged
Wait,
20.
do like an intro again. Did you ever even do an intro?
I didn't,
for it?
so let me do
do
that.
it now, so I have it for all of them.
Beautiful. Whoa, watch the table.
Guess the starting five based on their point. Guess the starting five based on their players' points per game.
No. They're starting lineups, points per game. Because it's their starting lineup.
I said guess the starting five based on their players' points per game.
No. Guess the NBA team based on their starting lineups, points per game.
Oh, yeah. Guess the NBA team based on their starting lineups, points per game.
Cool. Now do it again and guess the
this historic. Yeah. Guess this historic NBA team based on their starting lineups, points per game.
That's fine. I can fix that.
Yeah, that was a slight little misstep. All right, here we go. Their point guard averaged 22.8 points per game.
Okay.
Their shooting guard averaged 11.2 points per game. Their small forward averaged 13.3. Their power forward, 21. And their center, 8.8.
Center was out there doing cardio.
Can we get like some type of time frame?
From 2000 in the 2000s.
Okay.
Man, okay. So point guard.
Good point guard in the 2000s.
And a good power forward.
Someone fucking gets this first guess.
So Baron Davis.
Is it the We Believe Warriors?
No.
That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
Baron Davis is definitely a
Antoine
name that
Jameson.
comes to mind.
I did just say his name, yeah.
What year were those Warriors? 07? The year they beat the Mavericks? I think that was 07. Yeah, because they were the 1 seed, yeah.
The Kings with Mike Bibby is coming to mind, but no way Mike Bibby ever averaged more than Chris Webber in a season.
And Stojakovic didn't average
All right.
13.
Well, Sleazy's asking for it one more time, so I'll do it one more time. Point guard, 22.8 points per game. Shooting guard, 11.2. Small forward, 13.3. Power forward, 21. And center, 8.8.
Yeah, let me close my fucking laptop so I don't see the fucking chat.
Brother, this is 10 years of 30 different teams, roughly.
You know, maybe we switch the shooting guard and the small forward are kind of like interchangeable.
I'm not even using that to go off.
Yeah.
So it's
Using
fine.
the point guard and the power forward.
They're both listed as small forwards.
Good golly.
Do we have to get the year correct, or could we just say the team and like
Primary
the
players?
Players. yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
I'll take that.
Can I get the Suns with Nash and Stoudemire?
No, it is not.
Okay.
But that's a good guess.
Something like that.
Can I get Chris Paul's Hornets? I fucking know ball, bro. I'm so good at that.
You cooked.
05 Hornets, 06
No,
Hornets.
no.
All right, whatever. Don't
But
fucking matter.
who
08
was
Hornets,
the second
fine.
player?
David West.
Yeah, there you go.
Bro, I'm fucking nice. Come
Wow.
on.
The year was 08-09.
Stop playing
And
with
their
me.
center,
You cooked.
Tyson Chandler.
Stop playing with me.
You
Shout out
cooked.
Tyson Chandler.
Their center was Tyson
Yeah,
Chandler.
Squeezy, I thought it was the Suns too.
Yo, you're killing shit.
Yeah.
I'm fucking like that.
Yo,
You
bro.
really are.
Do we have any? Can we come up with anything else real quick while the chat? I don't want to fucking end the stream.
Nah, me neither.
honestly.
The
I
chat is
feel like-
super dope right now.
Yeah, we're cooking right. It's still pretty early too.
What are we thinking?
Yeah, Nash really didn't score like that, but
I could do what I did with
Nash was like
Squeezy.
calm 19. Something like
yeah,
that.
he was around the 18-19 mark with like 10 assists.
Let me think of a fucking random NBA player real quick.
Scotty Barnes. Wait, let's rank let's rank players based on their attractiveness.
Yo,
That's
I'm
what-
actually down.
If that's what you want to
I'm
do
down.
right now, I have some. Before
I'll
we
do it, I'll pick the
come
players.
up with a list as we're doing this.
Got it.
You're
but
coming up with a list?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Guess this NBA player based on their career path. All right. So this player went to college at Colorado, got drafted by the Utah Jazz, went to the Cavs, the Kings, the Warriors, the Sixers, the Knicks, and the Pistons.
Jazz, Kings, Warriors, Sixers, Knicks, Pistons?
The Cavs were in there too after the Jazz and in between the Jazz and the Kings.
Knicks. Okay.
So Colorado.
Jazz, Colorado, Jazz, Cleveland, Sacramento, Golden State, Philly, Knicks, Pistons.
Current player? Or?
He's a current
Oh,
player.
wait, that kind of gives it away a little bit.
He's a current
I
player.
couldn't tell you half the fucking Pistons roster, though.
Oh, yeah, that definitely
It's
gives
definitely
it away.
Alec Burks.
It is Alec Burks.
That was the first name that came to mind. Yeah.
Yeah, current player gave it away.
Yeah.
All right.
Did Zach get hurt? Uh-oh.
Oh, he's hobbling.
All right. You have a list?
Got this?
Well, I didn't have the chance to come up with a
All right.
list, but I'll do it.
I mean, I
I'll
can-
do it as we go. I got it. No, we're good. We're good.
So what
Okay.
are we blind ranking?
Blind rank these NBA players. I'm gonna do it again. Blind rank these NBA players based on their attractiveness. Okay, here we go.
It's gonna be lit.
Anthony Simons.
I don't think he's that attractive.
I think he's cool.
I think we might get someone worse, though. I'm cool with Simons at the 4.
I'm cool with Simons at 4. Yeah.
Yeah, Simons at the 4.
Okay.
I don't know if he's going for an ugly or attractive list. I don't know if he's going to give us some handsome fellas.
Sully's gonna give us handsome.
Yeah, that's what I think.
He's gonna
yeah.
give us handsome.
Obi Toppin.
6'8" with tats is tough to beat, man.
Definitely better than Simons. He's definitely not
Yeah.
the 5.
Yeah.
I'm cool with 3
I'm
and
cool with
leaving
3.
1
Yeah.
and 2 open.
Yeah. I'm down.
Word. Put him at 3.
Gigi Jackson.
Oh man.
I think we have. He's young. This is almost illegal. Bro.
He's 19.
He's 19. He's 19.
He
Respect.
barely meets the threshold.
He's
dog.
19. What do we mean?
Shit. Do you want?
5, right?
Yeah, I guess we'll put
He's
him
not
at the
2.
5. Yeah, we'll put him at the
Gotta be 5.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Derek White.
Oh man.
We have to put him at the 2. We
You
can't
gotta put him at 2.
1,
Yeah.
Okay.
Bald head. A luscious bald head.
All right. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
It's 1.
1.
It's a calm 1. I'd probably
I
put
probably.
D White at 4. Move up Obi and Simons.
Yeah. Yeah, but we could.
We did all right. We did all
All
right.
right. Yeah. Shout out bald boy Derek White over there. Love that man. I know Sleazy's definitely
Yeah.
in the chat like Derek White number 1. Derek
He
White.
said, "How did he even make this list?"
Oh, what else, man? What else? What
Like,
else
how
do
did
we-
I make this list or Gigi?
Oh,
Oh,
no, I
wow.
thought you meant-
They're all texting in the chat ranking
Bob,
them.
that is crazy.
Yeah.
Derek White, bald head, got some sauce, man. Respect the D. Facts.
I said once on the podcast, once he like shaved his head, some people are bald, and then some people are really fucking bald.
Yeah.
Derek White is really fucking
Because
bald.
it's shiny.
Bro,
When
he's
it's
like
shiny?
King Neptune from SpongeBob.
All right.
Shit, that hurts your eyes, bro.
I found something.
Okay.
This is a Sporkle quiz.
Perfect.
We'll do this and then we'll probably call it.
Yeah. So this is the NBA trivia bunker from Sporkle. So there's 15 questions you have to advance to get to the bottom of the bunker. So the first question, it's multiple choice too. First question, which team has won the most NBA conference championships?
Ooh, conference championships?
Oh, let me read the multiple choice
Oh,
Oh,
options.
no,
yeah.
I don't think I need this. The Los Angeles Lakers. Or the Boston Celtics.
Well, yeah, it's definitely one of them.
It's one of them.
But the
Yeah, it was the Lakers. All right.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
shit.
Okay.
Who holds the record for the most points scored over their career?
LeBron James.
It is indeed LeBron James.
Why'd I think?
Okay.
I was like,
about to say
this might
Kareem.
be like a 4-year-old quiz or
was about to
something,
say
but no,
Kareem.
okay.
Which player was drafted number 1 in the 2003 NBA draft?
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Wonder
All
who
right.
this is.
I think it's my bad. I put in the fucking wrong wrong letter.
selling
Give me a
us,
sec.
bro.
Yeah, my bad.
I wonder if they get harder.
They definitely do get harder
Have
as
to.
you go, I think.
I thought you were going with ugly players and then just
And then,
dropped
yeah, and
SGA.
then just
I know,
slipped
I saw
SGA in there.
I saw what they had open, and SGA is handsome as
All right.
fuck. So
Ready?
Pretty man.
he's gorgeous.
Which of these franchises never relocated? The Toronto Raptors, the Utah Jazz, the Golden State Warriors, or the Los Angeles Clippers?
It's not the Warriors. Did
The
Toronto never
Jazz-
relocated, right?
Did
I don't think Toronto ever relocated.
No, because they came in as the Toronto
Yeah.
Raptors. So the Toronto Raptors.
It was the Raptors. Who holds the record for most rebounds in one season? Bill Russell, Ben Wallace, Shaq, or Wilt Chamberlain?
Has to be Wilt,
Has
right?
to be Wilt.
Has to be Wilt. It is Wilt. Which player was Magic Johnson's teammate on the Lakers?
What is this, bro? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
No,
Well,
that wasn't one. It's
I mean,
choices.
he's played with a lot of people. Yeah.
AC Green, Jerry West, Kobe, or Robert Parrish?
Obviously,
take-
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Nah,
I'm
it's
gonna
AC.
take AC Green.
Okay. During which decade was the 24-second shot clock
This
introduced to
kiddo
the NBA?
sleepy. Hold up, I gotta read what he just said.
Yo, Gary Trent just had a.
He just said, "I get harder as I go."
All right, bro.
Continue.
All right.
Wait, we just. Oh, okay.
During which decade was the 24-second shot clock introduced in the NBA? The 1950s, the 60s, the 70s, or the 80s?
Say the 80s.
Think it's the 70s.
Yeah.
I want to say the 70s.
It's never the lowest. It's never the highest. Give me the 70s.
It was not the 70s.
Was it the 80s?
I don't think it's the 80s.
Bro, it can't be the 60s.
It's not the 80s.
I don't even think they knew how to count down
It
from
can't be
24
the
to
80s.
60s.
It can't be the 80s. You would guess 80s before 60s? Chat saying
Maybe
60s.
not, bro. Yeah. All right.
60s?
Chat would never let us down.
Chat saying 60s.
It was not the 60s.
You're right.
God damn it, chat. Come on. What are you guys here for?
So which one do you think
Watch
it
it's
is?
the 50s.
It's got to be the 80s.
It's yeah, I guess.
They didn't have the shot clock technology in the 50s, I'm telling you.
60s. I learned this from JJ Redick. Says those sleazies. Clearly
Well,
you're
guess
wrong.
JJ Redick
What am I
doesn't
going
know
with?
were
The
wrong.
80s?
80s, yeah. Trust.
It was not the
So
80s.
it's the fucking 1950s.
Wow.
We literally got
Wow.
all of them wrong.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. All right, hold on. Let me.
You know it?
No.
Oh, okay. Would the 50s have been your guess?
No.
Okay.
Would have been my last guess.
Okay. All right, cool. So we're all on the same page here.
50s is early.
That's crazy. I didn't think it was in the 50s, to be honest.
All right. Which player has won 4 MVPs in 5 years? MJ, Larry Bird, Wilt, or Bill Russell?
Bird won 3 in a row. But he didn't win,
I
I don't
don't
think he
know
won
if it's-
4.
It's got to be Michael, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be
Yeah,
Michael.
it's got to be Mike.
It was not
What the
Michael
fuck?
Jordan.
So it's got to be Wilt. Right? It was Wilt, Russell, or Bird?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So you want to put in Wilt?
I think so, right?
I
I know Bird won
guess.
3 in a row.
I know he did, which maybe that lends to 4 out of 5.
No, I don't think so. I think he only has the 3 MVPs. I could be wrong. I don't know.
I'll go Wilt.
Is it Bird? Justin's saying Bird. But Justin also was confident in the 60s.
60s, and he was wrong. So,
You guys tell me
we're
what you
gonna
want
be
me to
wrong
lock
again,
in.
bro. We'll go.
I called the last one. You call it. Wilt or Bird?
We'll go Wilt.
It
It's
was
Larry
not
Bird.
Wilt.
You called it.
It
3 in
could
a
be
row.
Bill Russell.
It could be
Nah,
Bill Russell.
it
You guys are just counting out Bill Russell?
It ain't
Yep.
Bill. Got to be Mr.
All right, let's see.
Budweiser.
Let me get back.
Sorry to doubt you, Justin.
Yeah, Justin. That's on us.
So you're going with
Larry.
Bird? It's not Larry Bird. Come on, man. Respect Bill Russell.
Fuck you,
dude.
Justin.
Respect Bill Russell.
It is Bill.
Fuck.
Wow. Okay, we're 2 in a row. We're horrible at this.
Bro, I got
Yeah.
Jeff Teague on one try, but
That was
this I can't
ridiculous.
do.
And that was of all the players
Every player
possible
that's ever played.
that has won 1 title and made 1 All-Star.
All
game.
right, this one should be easier. You guys should know this one. Which player never won a Defensive Player of the Year? Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Dennis Rodman, or Michael Jordan?
Duncan.
It is Tim Duncan. Which player played his entire career with the same franchise? Michael Jordan, Reggie Miller, Carl, and Hakeem Olajuwon.
What was that third one?
Carl.
Wait, who was the second one? Because it's the second one.
Michael Jordan, Reggie Miller,
yeah.
Carl, or
It's
Hakeem?
Reggie.
Was Reggie. Which city hosted the first NBA All-Star game back in 1951? New York, Boston, St. Louis, or Los Angeles?
I think Boston hosted the first All-Star game. I think.
Sure. Good a guess as any. Sleazy said Tom ran out of mojo. Yeah, I used it all.
What happened? Huh. Page unresponsive. What the hell happened?
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Even the quiz gave up on
Do you guys know that if you pick any player that's ever played in the NBA, it's more likely that LeBron played against them than Michael Jordan hitting a three-pointer?
Oh, we got to finish this now, though.
This is crazy.
Did you know that, chat?
We're fucked. That's kind of crazy.
That's
That's
insane.
a wild
LeBron has
fact.
played against 35% of all NBA players
Oh,
ever.
Sporkle, fix your website, man. Shit, I want to know the last 5 questions.
35% of all NBA players?
Yep.
That's fucking nuts.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
The quiz might be
We
cooked.
lost it.
We're back.
Oh.
All right.
And we back. Shout out Kenny.
Hold up. B,
The quiz is cooked.
C,
DJ.
A,
Was you?
D,
Justin's saying St. Louis, I think.
A, D,
Justin has repeatedly
A,
let us down.
B.
I'm just
All
going to
right,
say.
what are we locking in?
You said Boston?
I don't know, man. I want to go with Boston.
Boston?
Yeah.
All right. It was Boston.
Let's go. We got
I
one.
know
We're back.
ball.
We're back.
Who holds the record for the most career steals in the NBA?
Fuck.
John
No, wait.
Stockton, Jason Kidd, Gary Payton, or Scottie Pippen?
Stockton, is it? Is it Stockton?
I think it's Stockton.
Yeah.
It's unresponsive again.
God damn it.
Oh, what the fuck, Sporkle? There we go.
Sporkle, come
it was
on.
John Stockton. 3
Yeah.
more to go. Which of these coaches has the highest career winning percentage? Red Auerbach, Phil Jackson, Pat Riley, or Chuck Daly?
Shit. Red Auerbach.
Phil. It ain't Phil.
Ain't. No, it ain't Phil.
Red Auerbach, Phil Jackson. Who were the
Chuck
last?
Daly
Chuck Daly and, Pat Riley.
Pat Riley.
I want to say it's Red Auerbach.
Yeah, go with Red Auerbach.
No, it wasn't red.
Oh,
wow,
what the
that's pretty
fuck,
crazy.
bro?
I thought it was red too.
What the fuck?
Whole lot of red.
Oh,
Oh.
Red.
What's your next guess?
It could literally be any of them. Like,
It
I don't
could.
know.
I wouldn't.
Fuck Phil Jackson. I'm not.
Daly,
I don't care
Phil.
if it's him
Red's out.
or Pat.
Or Pat Riley. I don't think it's Pat.
I don't think it's Pat either.
It ain't Chuck Daly, is it?
It might be.
I guess by process of elimination, Chuck Daly.
It was not Chuck.
Fuck! I guess it is Pat Riley.
Give me Pat.
Pat? All right.
Watch it, Phil.
Hold up.
Sleazy saying
Wait
Phil.
for it.
Justin saying Pat Riley, which means
Wait
it's
for it.
definitely
Which means it's Phil.
Jackson.
Yeah, it's clearly Phil. Fuck the Zen Master.
Who are you going with, Phil or Pat?
Pat.
We're going Pat.
It's not
And,
Pat.
oh, Sleazy is. Do you get anything right, Justin?
I just love that Justin spams all his answers with me, which means he is saying these things with full confidence. I'm totally here for it.
He said Chris O'Brien.
Chris O'Brien.
That's the correct answer, honestly.
Coach of the year.
Oh my God. 3 of these questions we've taken.
All right,
every
the final
single
2. Who's played the most playoff minutes in their career? Kareem, Kobe, Braun, or Bill Russell?
Lebron.
LeBron.
Was LeBron. The final question.
Oh man.
Which NBA franchise was the first to accumulate 3,000 regular season losses? The Knicks, the Clippers, the Hawks, or the Kings?
Which
What
was
kind
the
of question is
first?
that? Kings have been around a long time.
To be fair, so
So
were
have the Hawks.
Clippers with Buffalo. They were a different
They were
team,
Buffalo
but it's the
Braves,
franchise.
And they were fucking dog shit for like their entire
They were
existence.
horrific forever. What were the options? It can't be the Knicks, can it?
I don't think it could be the Knicks.
We
no.
won a lot.
They won, yeah. They won a lot of regular season games. I think it's either the Kings or the Clippers. I think if we're counting the Braves, it might be the Clippers then. The Clippers have sucked forever.
By my old, high school way of thinking, when I see the letters that we've already guessed, we haven't picked D in a while, so it might be the Kings. Do we send the Kings?
No, I think we.
No, fuck it. We're
I think we
getting
go with
this
the
one right.
Clippers.
We're together on the Clippers. All right,
We
we're
are.
together on the Clippers.
It was not the Clippers.
We fucking suck. Oh, Sleazy, shut up.
Chat, why do you guys listen to us? We don't know anything.
If that dude Christian Jaimo was in the chat, he'd get everything right.
Who said that?
Justin. You're probably
would.
right.
He probably would.
Please let it be the
It's
Knicks.
gotta be. It can't be the Knicks. It's the Kings.
Hold up.
As I said, my old middle school and high school logic leads me to believe that it's the one that we haven't picked in the longest time,
Yeah.
which would make it
Like,
the
bro,
Kings.
I picked B 3 in a row. It can't be B again.
No,
So you're going with the Kings?
going with the Kings.
It was the Kings.
I tell you, my logic never fails.
You guys did
You
it.
looked at me and said no.
I did look at you and say no.
We got the Shields in the chat at the very end. We made it at the very end.
That's
The
tough.
Shields. I texted everyone when I went to the bathroom before, like, yo, pull up to the chat. It's fucking lit right now. So
Oh, sleazy. Fuck you, because it's not the Knicks. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Double birds like I'm Eli Manning. All right.
And on that note,
yeah, I guess
that
it's
everything?
the end. Yeah.
that's the show.
Yo,
Well-
make sure you guys go follow my podcast, Obi's
Yes.
Office.
Go
And if
do
any of
that.
you guys want to hop on a podcast, that's what that's for. My podcast is to give people a voice. I want to have people who have their own podcasts on just so it could grow and I could, have them promote and shit like that. But realistically, I just want to give everyone a voice. Some people who don't have a podcast, and I just want to talk some ball. So that's
He
that.
is
but-
the voice of the voiceless, like CM Punk.
I have to go in the
Yep.
stream so you guys could do the outro without me.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Definitely follow Chris's new pod over there. Some great stuff. Follow us on all of our socials if I didn't already say that. Check out all of our videos that we've been posting over the last couple of weeks. Some great content over there. Thank you guys.